Hello YouTubers! Today we're going to make some really easy and cool cornucopias. They're made out of pie crust. We're going to fill them with the pumpkin mousse that we made in the last video. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's whip them up. What you're going to need to make the cornucopias is sugar cones, egg, some aluminum foil, a ruler comes in handy, some non-stick cooking spray, and some ready-made pie crusts. The first step is to wrap our sugar cones in aluminum foil. I'll do all these and then we'll move to the next step. I let my pie crust come to room temperature and rolled it out. Now we're going to just kind of cut this into a rectangle. I'm going to use a pizza cutter, but you can also just use a plain sharp knife. Now that I have this cut into a rectangle, I'm going to cut this into about 1-inch strips. I cut my pie crust into 1-inch strips, and I sprayed the sugar cone with a little bit of cooking spray. Now we're going to start wrapping our dough around our mold. To start, you want to start at the pointed end and leave about 1 inch hanging. We're going to use that to make the point at the end of the cornucopia. We just want to wrap the dough around the mold. For the end, we're just going to pinch it into a pointed shape. For the next piece, we're going to actually take an egg wash that I made. It's just an egg and a little bit of water. And we're going to put just a little bit on this piece. So we'll take our next strip and start where we left off. You want the strips of dough to overlap each other slightly. That's what your cornucopia is going to look like at this point. We're going to go ahead and put a rim on it. To make the rim for our cornucopia, we're going to take one of the strips and cut it approximately in half. Doesn't have to be exact. Then we're going to take these and wrap them around each other and make like a rope. Now that I have this into kind of a rope shape, we're going to take our little egg wash and put it on the ends here. And we're going to wrap this around the very end of the cornucopia. There's our first cornucopia. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of them, and then we'll be popping them in the oven. Here are my finished cornucopias. Now I'm going to go ahead and put an egg wash over the entire dough. Now I want the ends of the cornucopia to turn up. I'm going to press those up, and I just made a little ball of tin foil that I'm going to put underneath it to help hold that up. Now I'm going to put this in a 450-degree oven for 12 to 15 minutes until they're nice and golden brown. Our cornucopias are fresh out of the oven. They came out nice and brown. We're going to let them cool completely before we remove the sugar cone. I removed the sugar cone mold from our cornucopias. The best way to do that is first take out the sugar cone from the tin foil, then pull the tin foil out. Even with the non-stick cooking spray, the tin foil can still need a little wiggling to get out. Now to start fill our cornucopias, I've put some of the pumpkin mousse in a bag with a decorator tip. If you don't have one, don't worry. You can spoon it in. I'm just going to fill this up. and you want it to kind of spread out onto the plate. Like that. And in this bag I have some Cool Whip, and I'm just going to go ahead and add some Cool Whip down the plate as well. Now you can add anything else that you want. I have some pecans, which are real tasty with this, that you can spread around the plate. You can add some dried cranberries, some candy, anything that you want to kind of add to this. That's all there is to filling your cornucopias, and now you are ready to serve your guests. I hope you enjoyed today's video on how we made the pie crust cornucopia. It's very versatile. You can fill it with chicken pot pie or leftover turkey pot pie filling, as well as any kind of pie filling that you want. So I hope you'll give it a try. Thank you. Please join our channel. We hope to see you soon.